Today I have for you my second trimester must-haves, and these are all things that I've actually used throughout my second trimester. So I'm only sharing like products that I actually have consistently used on a regular basis, and there are a few things I know that lots of girls get during their second trimester that I haven't needed, so I'll tell you those too. But every pregnancy is different. This is just what helped me, and I hope that if you are pregnant that it helps you as well. So the first thing, I'll tell you one thing that I do not have. I do not have a pregnancy pillow to like sleep with. I've just been sleeping fine. I've been waking up like without super horrible like backaches or anything like that. And so I just haven't gone out and got one yet. They're kind of expensive, and I just feel that was one of those things that if I didn't need one, I didn't want to get one. But I will tell you, I just had like a little bit of like lower back aches when my tummy really started to pop, which was probably like week 20 for me is when it really started to look more like a pregnant belly. So about that, in that time frame of a couple weeks before that, I've had this pillow forever. It's like just a little cotton throw pillow that I had, and I've just started sleeping with this in between my knees, and this really has helped. And like I said, I haven't needed to go out and buy one of those huge like pregnancy pillows, which a lot of my friends swear by those. But like I said, I've been sleeping okay, and if it gets really bad where, you know, I can't sleep at all, then I might go get one. But for right now, this little tiny pillow in between my knees has been working just great. So I would say you'll probably need some kind of pillow because your body is kind of achy and like feels weird. My abs also, when my belly popped, got really sore. Like it felt like I had done like a ab workout, you know, as soon as I got up in the morning, and I hadn't. So that happened, and I feel like the pillow thing kind of helped with that too. I think just it took some of the pressure off there. So that is the first item. Okay, the next thing that I want to share with y'all, this was actually in my first trimester bump date, I know, but I forgot to talk about it in the video, and I don't know how because it was like a major thing in my life for a while. This coffee. I love coffee, and my doctor did tell me one of the few things that she told me when I got pregnant was 1 cup of caffeine a day. So I was usually like a 2 cups at least a day kind of girl, and a lot of times especially in the winter time, I would have a 3rd one like later on in the evening. I don't really think the caffeine affected me because I could like drink a cup and then go right to sleep. So I just decided, knowing that about myself, I decided that I just wanted to switch over to decaf coffee while I was pregnant. That way I did not have to worry about it quite as much. This is Mommy Coffee, and it is designed by and for moms is what it says, and then it says it's low acid, organic, and fair trade. This is the decaf, but I know they have a half calf, and I'm pretty sure I saw like a 1/4 calf on there. So and it tastes really good. It tastes like an actual cup of coffee. The next cute little thing that I've been loving this trimester, I wish I would have found it earlier, and this is like, just if you like this kind of stuff, you might like this. It's a little devotional. It's called Daily Wisdom for the Mommy to Be, Everyday Encouragement During Your Pregnancy. They're really, really quick, short devotionals. They're like, maybe take you like, I don't know if you can see, like 20 or 30 seconds to read. There you go. 20 or 30 seconds to read. They have a scripture here, and then they have like a little prayer down here, and it's all just like kind of pregnancy related things that you might be going through. Each week is themed something different, and it starts all the way at week 1, which is like before you even know that you're pregnant, and then it goes all the way through just week 40 when the baby is supposed to get here. So I've just been loving this as either in the morning with my quiet time, or like in the afternoon. It's just like a little break. I'll sit down and read this in the middle of the day. They're just sweet. A lot of them make me cry. Surprise. But with the way your emotions are while you're pregnant, I'm not surprised. So that's just a really sweet devotional if you like that sort of thing. Okay, the next thing that happened to me during my second trimester is I outgrew most of my clothes because my belly did pop out finally. And I wanted to share you one thing that helped me get my normal clothes to last a little bit longer was these button extenders. I actually ordered these in the first trimester, but I used them way more in the second trimester. It just kind of helped me get through those, like, I would say weeks 17 to 19. Like I said, my belly really popped out about week 20. At least like popped out to where I couldn't wear my normal clothes anymore. So these kind of helped me through those last few weeks where I could still get my regular pants on, but they weren't fitting like normal. And so I'll pull one out and show you. They just look like this. You can also just use a rubber band. I've seen people do that, but I just like these because they have the little like holes in it for your button, and then you can also make it tighter or looser depending on whatever pants you are or whatever pants you're wearing. So you just hook it on and then you fold it through. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people use a ponytail holder. I did that a time or two, but these I just liked because it did have, you can adjust it a little bit more, I feel like, than what you can just a regular ponytail holder. So these got me through like clothing the last couple weeks, kind of, I guess, in the middle of my second trimester. Okay, so the rest of this video is kind of about skin because that has been my like biggest thing during pregnancy. I've never had my skin look this bad. But it's getting better now that I'm into the third trimester, but my first and all of my second trimester, that was like the worst my skin has ever been. So just for like stretch marks and stuff like that, I mentioned bio oil in my last video, still using that. I've almost used up the whole big container of it at this point. This is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Massage Lotion for stretch marks. So I've been using this like as my just all over body lotion every day, and so I really like it. It's super lightweight, but it still feels like real hydrating. So it smells good. A lot of like pregnancy stuff that I've smelled in the store like stinks. I don't like it, and this stuff smells really pretty too. So this has been my favorite lotion to use. Just like I said, I just use this all over my body. This is something else that I've been rubbing on my belly. It's the Young Living Coconut Lime Replenishing Body Butter. This just smells really pretty, and again, it's lightweight. This is a little bit more, I would call this like a cross between a body butter and an oil. It's super oily for a body butter, but it's a lot thicker than just like a regular oil. So I'll open it up so you can see the consistency. So there, you can kind of see in there, that's kind of the consistency of it. And I've been rubbing this on my belly usually at night right before I go to bed. So I'll use bio oil like in the morning while I'm getting ready, and then when I put on my clothes and stuff, I'll use the lotion, and then I put this on at night. So seems a little excessive, I know, but I would rather be doing all of this and end up without stretch marks than not do anything and then be sad about it. So that's what I've been doing for stretch marks. Okay, so the rest of this is, I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what I've been doing for my face, my skin. So basically anything that I added to my skincare routine, I tried to keep it really like just natural. I felt good about the ingredients and stuff that were in the rest of my skincare products that I was already using, so I kept my routine pretty much exactly the same. I've just added in a few things, and then one thing is I had gotten a facial like right before I got pregnant, and one thing that the lady told me was that changing up your skin routine actually helps your skin respond because it doesn't get used to the products. So it actually kind of makes the products a little bit more effective if you've already been using them for a long time. So this is what I've been throwing in to kind of like trick my skin, and I really feel like it's been helping. I've been a lot more diligent about exfoliating, and my two favorite exfoliators are the Senoderm by Senegence, the polishing exfoliator. If I do it in the morning, I'll use this one because the consistency is a little bit smoother. And then the facial resurfacer by Senoderm by Senegence, it's a little bit more abrasive. So I'll use this one at night, but I've been really diligent about making sure that I exfoliate at least twice a week. week, and sometimes I've done it more like 3 or 4. So something else that I've been a lot more religious about doing, I've always been a face mask girl, but since I've been pregnant, I've just been needing them a lot more. So these are my favorite, just sheet masks. I get these off Amazon. They're the Korean ones. And they come in like a huge pack for not that much. So I do these pretty much at least 1 a week, sometimes twice. And then also, this has been my favorite mask to use. It's the Indian Healing Clay. It is the, I'm trying to see, calcium bentonite clay. So I've been using this, and then I'll add in a drop or 2 of my favorite oils to use for my face. And this has been my favorite mask, and the one that I can like notice a difference immediately with my pregnant skin. And then this is also really natural, so I feel like totally good about using it. Like I said, I've been masking like a fiend since I've been pregnant. I've taken them with me every time I go out of town. I have some sort of like a travel mask that I can take, or a sample or something. I've just been masking way more, and I really feel like it's helped. The next thing that I added into my skincare routine is I think you say jojoba oil. I just like made a serum and then added in a couple of essential oils that I like to use on my face, and I have been applying this in the mornings, either before, sometimes I'll like dab it into my moisturizer, or I'll put it on just before, honestly, whenever I remember to grab it. So this is something, and I really feel like I have noticed a difference since adding this in. And sometimes at night, to change things up after I use my Glow Pro, I will just use this oil and an eye cream on my face as a way to kind of change up my skincare routine. So this has been really helpful too. The next thing that I added into my skincare routine is I hadn't been using any sort of toner. The skincare line that I was using just didn't have a toner, and so I just didn't use one. I would use witch hazel, you know, once in a while when my skin, when I would get a breakout or something, I would use witch hazel on it just as a toner. But I actually combined witch hazel with this rose water, and then I did add in some essential oils into that too. And I've been using this as a toner in the mornings right after I wash my face. Then I do this. Okay, so this last thing I actually have found fairly recently. It's the Kapari Coconut Body Glow, and it is really shimmery in the bottle, but it's really beautiful whenever you like actually squeeze a drop out. I've been dabbing or adding like a drop or 2 of this into either my foundation or my moisturizer. If I'm like not sure if I'm gonna put on makeup that day or whatever, I'll do it in my moisturizer, and if I know for sure I am, I'll do it in my foundation. It just adds like a pretty glow and kind of makes your face a little bit more dewy. So I just added this in because I've been horrified to get sunburned. So the last thing I wanted to share with y'all is a green concealer is great for covering up redness. So this is what I've been using to cover up in all the blemishes that I've gotten. This is the Senegence green concealer, but there's a ton of green concealers out there, so that's my recommendation for any redness that you get. Alright y'all, so that is my second trimester must-haves. If you are pregnant, I hope that this was helpful, and if you're not, then I hope that you just found something cool to try. Y'all have a great one. See you next time.